everyone, welcome back to Code with Deep Shook. In today's video, I'm going to show this network scanner that I created using Python. So basically, the program scans a system, finds open ports, shows what services are running, and points out anything that might be security concern. So I'm using localhost, meaning I'm using my own computer, so everything stays safe. So first I have let's go up. So first I have imported my libraries. So first I have, for example, I have this um, outpost um, library which takes input, and then I have the JSON which saves result, and then I have the nmap to run scans. And then I have this part right here which tries to import nmap, which tries to import nmap. And for example, if its nmap is not installed, it handles the error instead of crashing the program. So that's what this part basically is. And then I also have the comment ports. This is basically just a list of comment ports, like 80, 443, that are usually used by services. So instead of scanning everything, it focuses on one important. It focuses on the most important ones. Okay, and then after that we have the service risk. What this part is, this part connects current services to possible risks. For example, internet is insecure because it sends data in a plain text, as we can see here. And then this outdated pattern part is, so this part checks for older versions of software which could be a security risk. And then and then the main logic for this program is inside of the functions. So first we have this function that checks if a target is safe to scan. So it only allows things like localhost or private APIs. So yeah. And then we also have this scan with map function. What this one does is that it runs the scan. What this one does, the function, this functions runs the scan using nmap. So this is the main part. This is the main part where it finds open ports, and then identifies the services running on the ports. And then we also have this function right here. What this function does is that it looks at the result and checks if there is any it checks for possible risks. And then we also have this function right here, the to text report. What this function does is it formats the results and saves them into a file. So yeah, so those are a function. And one issue that I ran into was that Python couldn't find nmap. It couldn't find nmap at first, so I had to manually set up the path. After that, everything worked just fine. So yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to run the program. Actually, I'm going to run it using terminal. I'm going to open terminal. And then I'm going to type, I'm gonna type Python. Hopefully I don't misspell anything. Network, you local host. Let's make sure that everything is correct. So this is the result. So it found the port 135, and then it also found this port right here 145, and it also found it shows these services right here. So basically there are Windows services, open ports like this. Open ports like this aren't always bad, but they can also be entry points, so it is important to know where they are. So basically this tool doesn't hack anything, it just shows possible exposure, so that you know so you know what might be needed what might need attention. So, and then it also saves the results into JSON file. I'll show you back here. The results into JSON file. So yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.